My name's Sheena Morjaria. I am CEO of a company called Flick the Switch. We're a boutique studio that has offices in London and Mumbai, and we serve as a one-stop shop for independent or studio distributors, financiers, producers who want to access India and everything India has to offer. And we work with independent Indian filmmakers to get their stories and films out to a global audience. And I myself am a producer, and I currently have 4 projects in development. Oh, I thought it was brilliant. I mean, I remember when we were at the judging panel, we were all amazed. You know, all of us had watched the films already, and then we saw them on the big screen. And, you know, things like Blob's Birthday, I mean, for us it was a standout across all the sectors, you know, across all the sections. And, you know, for kids that young to do something like that is so brilliant and so creative. And, you know, right up to 15 was one of my personal favourites. I really thought the sense of cinema and the direction and the shot construction and the lighting she had, I really thought that it was, you know, something very special. For me, it was definitely. I mean, I think I've seen the film about 5 times. I even showed it to another producer friend of mine, and I was like, "Look at this film! It was done by, like, you know, a 17 or 18-year-old girl who, you know, maybe never done anything before." So, you know, it was, very, very impressive. And you can just see by the way the girls, as young as, I don't know, I think it was like 6 or 7, you know, the way that they came down, collected their award, you know, carried themselves, and, you know, and you can just see that it's a breed of girl, you know, a breed of girl that comes out of the GDST network is just that, you know, confident and independent, and, you know, has her own kind of voice as well. And I think that's also something, you know, when you're part of an all-girls school, it could be easy to just be, you know, a kind of cookie cutout, you know, but every girl's got their own voice, their own individuality, and I think that's something else that the school really works at and breeds. And it's, you know, there's such a small proportion of women filmmakers, directors and producers out there, and, you know, I think that it's important for women who are in a position to support other women coming up through the ranks. That's the only way that we're going to be able to support younger filmmakers and help them and give them advice and give them opportunities that maybe we didn't have, that we had to fight to get to. And, you know, we can use our positions now, having done all that hard work, to, you know, support the young girls coming up. So I think it's absolutely of paramount importance, and it, you know, it's great that I can also give back to my school, because, you know, my school was the starting point for grounding, and you know, my education made me gave me the foundations for who I am today. You know, it was always about independence and confidence and creativity. You know, I did a lot of arts at school. You know, we did dancing and drama and music and musicals and everything. So that definitely gave me that creative foundation. And then, you know, the skills that you learn, leadership and confidence. I think confidence is a key thing, actually, from school. It was just not being afraid to be a woman in the world, and to always be supported and have that network too. You know, just looking at my fellow judges, you know, between us, you know, we've got such a wealth of experience that, you know, now for me, if I want, you know, a costume designer, I've got, you know, somebody who's won 8 Oscars, you know, there as an alumni. So it's a brilliant network to be a part of. I think the biggest advice that definitely has stood me in good stead is always do things you're passionate about. If you're passionate about something, go for it. Don't take no for an answer. Just keep pushing through. Do whatever it takes and follow your dreams and your passions. You know, I was an investment banker before I moved into the film, and, you know, and I wasn't happy. It wasn't what I wanted to be. But, you know, when you go to university, and, you know, that's sort of a ready laid out path, and so it's always the harder thing to do what you're passionate about, especially in, you know, something like film. So definitely do what you're passionate about. Don't let anyone say no. Finish your education, definitely, because it's always a good, you know, go to university, do whatever you want, but have that as a backdrop, because then you can do whatever you want to do, and it makes you stand out from the crowd as well. And just be creative, have fun. I mean, you know, if you're starting at this age and, you know, you're being so creative, then it's only onwards and upwards from there. So, and the other thing, use the GDST network to, you know, I went back to my old school and for prize giving, and one of the girls just came up to me, gave me her number, and she's coming to have work experience with me. So, you know, use a network, use the alumni network. It's there to, you know, we'll happily, you know, do work experience or mentor or whatever. You know, that's why we're here, to support the next generation. So our doors are always open.